Hello and welcome to Module 2 of Part 1 of the Cōnsilium Aquīs Sulis course on ETCS. This module answers the question, what is ETCS? And covers the following topics: the historical background, the Interoperability Directive, technical specifications for interoperability, the European Train Control System, ETCS, itself, and the European Rail Traffic Management System, ERTMS. At the end of the last century, railways were losing out to competition from road and air. Each national railway had its own set of standards and national suppliers. Cross-border journeys required either a change of locomotive and driver at each national border, or fitment of multiple systems with drivers trained in each of them. Costs were high due to lack of competition and economies of scale in markets. Each country's railway was served by a small number of suppliers, each of whom only operated in a few countries. The Interoperability Directive split railways up into infrastructure managers, responsible for rail infrastructure including earthworks, structures, track, stations, signalling, electrification and plant, and railway undertakings, responsible for operating train services on that infrastructure. Up to this point, railways had almost always been vertically integrated. The company that managed railway infrastructure also operated train services on it. This was true both of the national, state-run railways of the 20th century and the 19th century, regional, private companies who originally built them. The aims of the Interoperability Directive were to facilitate cross-border traffic and internationally liberalise the rail market. Anyone's trains should be able to operate on anyone's infrastructure. Any supplier should be able to sell to any railway. The Interoperability Directive mandates technical specifications for interoperability, TSIs. The TSIs standardise interfaces between infrastructure managers and railway undertakings. The railway system is broken down into structural and functional subsystems with associated TSIs. The European Train Control System, ETCS, is defined in the Control Command and Signalling TSI. It defines a standard interface between trackside control command and signalling and onboard control command and signalling for automatic train protection, cab signalling and, in newer versions of ETCS, automatic train operation. There are multiple versions of ETCS. Onboard control command and signalling is backwards compatible with earlier versions of trackside control command and signalling, but not vice versa. The CCS TSI also defines standard radio interfaces for use as bearers of ETCS data and operational voice communications. Global System for Mobile Communications Railways, GSMR, or Future Railway Mobile Communication System, FRMCS. The European Rail Traffic Management System, ERTMS, is composed of ETCS, GSMR/FRMCS, and the European Traffic Management Layer. In summary, the Interoperability Directive split railways into infrastructure managers and railway undertakings. Technical specifications for interoperability define standard interfaces between them. The European Train Control System, ETCS, is defined in the Control Command and Signalling TSI, and ERTMS is composed of ETCS plus GSMR or FRMCS and ETML.